the invitation.
Let's get married.
Oh my God! All right, I'm not participating in
This playlist about to make me promise tonight. Propose tonight.
Wow.
Y'all have ran out for the day.
Wow. We not done raining. All right. Let's go ahead and start the show.
Look, the people said they can't hear. Thank God.
Yes, sir. Y'all, welcome to Band with y'all. It's about to be phenomenal. It's about to go down, y'all.
Well,
Thank you for tuning in. What's up, everybody? Do you feel like share, Jag? Love the band with stuff. Anyway, so
keep you covered today.
Yes. Yeah.
It don't seem like it.
You sweating? That makeup running.
You said
Not your makeup running.
Where is it going?
All right, man. I just want to give God a praise. What's up, everybody? Do me a favor, like, share, and tag. Welcome to Band with y'all. Happy Monday to you. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Press that subscribe button if you haven't already. What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor real quick. We got to stop. We got to stop.
We got to.
We got an announcement to make.
Woo!
We got an announcement
Come
to
on.
make.
Woo!
We got an announcement to make.
Woo!
I think this announcement deserves a happy birthday, Chris. Happy birthday, Chris. How old? You old?
Lady in red.
Oh, look like a candy cane. She would have a little bit of like candy cane dress.
I do look like a candy cane. That's not funny.
Man, happy birthday, dog.
Thank you.
Man,
Happy
Birthday.
happy birthday, dog. How you feel? How old are you? I know it's not supposed to. You know, you're not
I'm
supposed
just old enough.
to. Old enough.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm grown.
You grown,
Yes.
dog. Old enough to know better.
Yeah.
That's all it mean, man. But you're young as I'll get out.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You healthy. You work out.
Yeah.
Got a place to live. Got a car to drive.
Absolutely.
Got a job.
Yes.
You the boss.
No. You the boss.
And don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Man, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Man, we appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate
Such a
you.
gift.
Yeah, straight up.
Such a gift.
Everybody ain't no gift now. But you straight up one of them.
You're a gift.
Amen.
Life wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be what it is, man, without you. We all agree with that.
Absolutely.
Life of the party, dog. We appreciate you. And all them haters out there. Look, man, it got to be in you, not on you. You know, sometimes they hating because it ain't in them. You got to find your path. But you know, fire is fire.
Amen.
Thank y'all.
You feel me?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful. Yeah.
Got the hell? Who did it, man? Who did it? Where you went?
I passed it. No, I mean Dr. Gabe, please.
That thing long.
Yeah, I got some long hair this time.
Yeah, the long.
Switch it up.
You bought it.
Switch it up. I had to switch it
Did you did it?
I didn't.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Everybody asks us that. It's like they
My
just,
bad.
it's fine.
Ain't you supposed to do it though?
Wait a minute.
I'm supposed to?
Yeah, like.
She is my hairstylist though.
But she didn't do it though. So how's she your hairstylist?
I mean, well, she forced me to do my hair.
Cheated
by
on your
myself.
salonist.
She forced me to do my hair by myself for months.
Why?
Forced you?
She's not nice to me when I sit in the
Whoa.
chair. She's only nice
Not
to
on
the other
Alvor's
people.
internet.
No.
No.
I think because we friends, you know how you just be like, move your head, turn over, get in the wash bowl, sit up straight. We not watching this. But when everybody else comes, it's like, oh, precious head of yours. Let me massage my fingers into your head. You know,
So she doesn't give you the customer service that she gives other people.
Oh my God.
she doesn't like me when I come, like, for hair.
Are
She
you a
just-
good client?
Oh.
Can you start there?
I am.
All right. What's next on the
I think we need a
segment?
counseling.
We can start now, man.
We need a counseling.
So, you know,
She's not nice to me. I want to do a style. She say don't do that style. I say I want to do this style. No, I like this. It's
so is that true, Dad?
and she
No.
always emphasizes, I have so much fun with my other clients. We watch TV together. We laugh. We have long conversations. Well, she never says that about me.
Not
Okay.
true.
So Des, what's your take on that?
Well, Chris does what she wants to do.
Okay. What does that mean?
So she complained the whole appointment.
This is the counseling
Gotcha.
session.
So, okay,
So sad.
I'll turn on the water. It's too hot. Okay. You didn't give me a second to ask if it was okay, but all right, it's too hot. Let me change it. Well, now it's cold. Okay. All right. Well, how would you like it? Do you want to adjust it yourself since you just, know everything about water? I'm trying to help you. Then, okay, I put on what I want to watch. My clients love when I choose TV.
Can you set up the TV show? Tell them the TV show.
Yeah,
Tell them the
We
TV
watch
show.
different things.
No. Tell them the main TV show that
I
you
don't
like.
watch
What are you
It's
trying to
been a long time.
What are you trying to make Chris watch though?
Divorce court,
That
paternity
was a long
court.
time ago. We don't watch it no more.
But aren't you supposed to ask what the customer wants to watch?
Not her.
So you really you proved it.
Well, she'll have me watching all type of action movies. I don't want to watch
What's
that
wrong with
while,
that?
while I'm doing hair. It's too much.
You're not really watching the TV
Well,
while
I
you.
am, though.
No, you shouldn't.
Wow, just keep unfolding. Let's keep unfolding
This is you remember that your entire experience is about the customer, and so the customer is not.
She's not a real customer.
Thank you. I'm not a real customer.
So you just kind of throw things together with her.
Thank you.
No. She get the same end result. It's just that throughout the way, we're gonna argue 10 times. Brandy was my client. Brandy was an excellent client. Brandy is also my friend, and we had a good time. No problems, no complaints.
So are you saying that Chris has a bad attitude when she comes?
Most of the time. Then she sleep. Okay, y'all, this is the biggest thing for me. She come in the chair and sleep, but it's not.
She comes.
She comes in the chair.
Gotcha.
She falls asleep. It's not a regular fall asleep. Like, oh, let me just rest my eyes. Her head is down here. But I'm trying to figure out how I can possibly do your hair if your head is like this.
Gotcha.
So then I'll tell her, hey, can you pick your head up?
How do you say it?
Just like that the first time. But
first
by
time.
the 4th time,
Gotcha.
okay, now you got to pick up your head.
Gotcha.
Because you're making my job harder than it
Gotcha.
has to be. Then, okay,
Let her finish, Chris.
I go to flat iron her hair. Before the flat iron could even touch the piece of hair. Why are you jumping? I'm scared of heat. Well, you might need a different style because I didn't even get close enough for you to feel the heat, but you jumping. So now you're going to make me burn you.
Gotcha.
So then if I do burn her, which has only happened maybe once or twice.
Oh,
but it was
hold
still
on,
her
Paul.
fault. It was her fault.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What happened?
She was jumping in the chair, like moving, doing too much movement,
Gotcha.
jerking her head away. Well, how you want me to get to the roots? Well, don't do the roots.
Let's go to commercial.
You need to do your own hair.
Let's just go to commercial. We'll talk about it real quick.
Do it
Let's go to
yourself.
commercial.
Listen up, listen up, listen up. If you love bandwidth, and I know that you do, like our content, share it with family and friends, and tag anyone that you know would love.
So I think it's my recommendation that you stop going to her.
Yeah, she found her a good stylist.
Yeah, find another stylist because
One time, that's not even a
because
stylist.
it's not going to
wants
get
her?
better because you all are over familiar. You can't give her good customer service. You can't be a good customer because you all are familiar with each other. So
Can I just say one last
go
thing?
for it. Go for it.
I can't control how I fall asleep. I guess when
you
you fall
can.
asleep, you're
You
supposed to say,
can.
fall asleep with your head up, fall asleep with your head up.
You can
I'm
sleep
tired.
nicely.
How long does it take? How long is the hair appointment?
See, sometimes it's only 2 hours. And she has a lot of hair. She knows that.
Mm-hmm.
But at minute 2, she'll be asleep. So it's not even like she's been there a while.
Has another stylist complained before of your sleeping?
No.
Do you
You
sleep
being
with
honest?
other people?
Yes.
Or just with me?
Do you
I
sleep?
sleep with everybody.
Oh,
So
hold on.
you slept at your last
For
appointment?
future reference,
Hold on. You do
we
what?
would just like to say that she does
Your birth-
not
No,
indeed
You
know
wildin' up.
everybody.
No, I was saying.
You wildin' up.
No, y'all. Jesus. No. I was saying I sleep with I mostly fall asleep with every stylist.
Did you fall asleep at your last
I
appointment?
did fall asleep.
No, you
And what did
talked
they
to her
say?
the whole
No,
time.
not the whole time. I told you that. You got a track on me.
Yeah, I think y'all should just stop doing that.
I mean, I I enjoy going to Dad's, but she doesn't. She hates.
Let me ask this question: Is she good at what she does?
Yeah, she's good.
Do you recommend people go?
Absolutely. I recommend everybody go to her. I recommend they buy her
But it's
hair.
just you all's relationship.
She doesn't treat me well. She's mean to me.
Got you. But she's not like that to everybody else.
No. Oh my gosh, they have a wonderful time.
Okay, well you deserve it. So keep doing it.
This counseling wasn't good. I'm sorry.
All right, man. Y'all, love y'all, man. What would you do, man?
Okay. So this What Would You Do segment is called It's Just Pubic Hair.
Whoa.
Yes, this is a hard one. I'm a 43-year-old woman and I've been married for 15 years. My husband and I have been best friends and we have 4 children. Recently, we became empty nesters, and let me tell you, our fire has been lit again. We've been traveling, going out to eat, and just truly enjoying each other. It's almost like we're back to when we first fell in love. Lately, we've been trying to get more active in the bedroom. Of course, we've evolved and things have changed, so I decided to have an open conversation with my husband. I asked if there was anything I could do to make him feel better, and he asked me the same, specifically when it comes to our outer appearance and what we find attractive. He told me he'd like for me to switch up my style and go for a more natural look. He's tired of the wigs, fake nails, and all the other things that don't belong to me. In return, I told him I'd like for him to take better care of his private areas. Nothing extreme, just keeping things neat and clean. Well, that did not go well. He immediately snapped at me saying I shouldn't be bothered by that and that I should just accept how he chooses to keep himself. Then he hit me with, if you want a younger man, go get one. Now I'm stuck. I agreed to change my hair because I want to be better for him and I want this marriage to last another 10 years. But why is it that when I make a request, it's a problem? It's just pubic hair. How do I approach my husband about this without it turning into an argument? Ladies, what would you do? Ladies. Anybody with a mic. Band. Ladies. Well, you know, I wouldn't make a big deal. They've been
If
married.
you've been with it this long, I mean.
Yeah, I was about to say, they've been married for 15 years. That's a long time to be married to somebody. And they're finding their fire.
They had a fire if they had 4 kids. It was something.
Not necessarily.
Mm.
I mean, I think you should have the conversation again.
Yeah, he could show. I mean, I guess if she's not asking for nothing extreme, like go to my wax lady, then I mean, it can't be that bad.
I think another
Trim it a
conversation
little.
should be had. I think they should have another conversation. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if it's that deep either, but
what is the man saying?
So what's the question? I understand this. What would you do? But like, what's the?
She's saying, how do I approach him again without it being an argument? It's not a divorce question. It's she wants to get past the conversation. Like, you know, let it go overboard. She's saying she'll change her hair. That's fine. Her outer appearance. He said, no, absolutely not. Go get a young man.
so he's not open and receptive.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So she's trying to figure out how should she communicate to him
Yeah.
again. Okay, I got you.
Because he said just go get a young man. I'm sure she
Yeah.
doesn't want to go do that. I mean, she could, but I'm sure she doesn't want to do that.
Well, to her, you may want to communicate the importance of it. So it's not just about the fire. It's not about that. You can communicate the health risk, things that causes. You know, it's not just about. I want you to change this. You can also approach it from I need this so that I can be healthy, A, B, C, and D, so forth. Maybe the content needs to change. Maybe he needs to hear how serious it is and how it could affect her if he doesn't do that. Number one. Number two, if I were to talk to him, I would say, bro, you got to cut all that. That's not good hygiene.
Yeah. I guess it's your wife too. It's not like that's your wife.
Yeah, and it's not a young man conversation. It's a
Yeah.
man's conversation.
Yeah.
He has poor hygiene. If you're not open to doing that, that's poor hygiene. It holds odors. It can cause all kind of infections with your partner, your wife, or whatever. So I think how old is he?
Well, she didn't say, but she's 43. So
Okay, so they're around
15 years.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
long. They've been married 15 years.
Okay, so yeah, brother. You need to change that. It's what you need to do.
Yeah, and be open. She said they were having an open conversation, but he just.
And if she was gentle about it, nice about it, ABC and D, But I think for me, if I were to talk to him, I would say, bro, you're disgusting. Yeah, you're a grown man. You should know better. You should be teaching young cats how to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, another conversation.
Yeah. All right, man. What would you do? All right, y'all. Taste test. We got what's Pop Daddy. All right, Shakira, holla at us.
So this is Pop Daddy pretzels. Come in several flavors. Bold snacks made with big heart. So today we have the flavors garlic parmesan.
Did you make that up?
No, it's on the.
Oh, okay.
It did sound like
I
something.
was like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, she invested. All right.
This is a fan submission. I will withhold the name until we determine if you guys like it. So we have garlic parmesan, yellow mustard, and dill pickle.
Let me do dill pickle.
Ooh.
Well, we got to taste all of it, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I guess everybody has to taste everything. But this is dill pickle, right? I'm assuming it's green.
Not right. This is garlic parmesan.
Okay, yellow mustard.
All right.
Oh, yeah, the bags are cute. Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, branding is the branding of that is cool.
It is.
Oh, they sticks.
Cool sticks.
Okay.
You got dill pickle?
Yeah. With our hands.
Okay, let me.
Okay. What's this?
Yellow mustard.
Which one? Which one do you have?
Garlic.
Garlic.
Parmesan.
Okay.
Dill pickle tastes like dill pickle.
It's good.
Hey, bye.
Oh, this is good.
They
Y'all,
really
this
captured
tastes like
flavor.
honey
Hey,
mustard.
jump on now. Mm-hmm. One more, a little bit more.
This tastes like honey mustard.
They really captured
All right,
the
now.
flavor.
Hold on.
I'm scared of dill pickle.
It tastes like dill pickle.
Pass it around. Okay, we got to give y'all this.
Yeah, y'all try that. That's real good.
Yellow mustard.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
Y'all, the flavor is so perfect. Like, it's scary. That tastes like a pickle.
Let me see the dill pickle here. Let me see.
That tastes like a
But it's
pickle.
yellow
does.
mustard. This one is like mustard. Oh my
It's really
That
good.
tastes like, no, I told. Which
Oh,
one did I didn't try garlic?
Let's try yellow.
Yeah.
Y'all, these are good. How many calories?
A lot.
Let me see.
Well, it take 31 sticks.
This is the
Yellow,
yellow
mustard.
mustard.
That tastes just like yellow mustard.
tastes-
That tastes like honey mustard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
All of these are good.
Y'all, these are good.
Garlic parm bussin'.
Wow.
That's the main
Get a
one.
little bit more.
Honey mustard probably the best one for me.
No.
Nah, that
garlic.
garlic parm hit.
Garlic.
Y'all like the garlic?
Garlic.
That hit.
And all of them are good.
Yeah.
But the garlic parmesan is my.
All right, Pop Daddy.
This tastes like a wing.
I got.
Chicken wing? Yeah, I might have to eat these and pretend I'm eating something else.
Let me get that little bag over there.
That dill pickle. I'm scared of that.
Hold on, let me give you.
That dill pickle
You want a
was
little bit more?
good.
It's good, but it just tastes too much like pickle.
We hung on.
Yeah, they did this. This is good.
It's the one.
Ooh,
Hey, dog.
this was a good pick. Who picked this?
Who did that?
All right.
Straight up.
She know good eating though.
You go, girl. Yeah, that girl know how to eat.
Okay, dog.
She knows
She know how
good
to eat.
eating. Like she
Hey,
gonna put you onto some stuff that's like delicious every time.
dog.
Yeah, this bussin'. Where
Yeah.
can the people find it?
That's the one.
Publix probably.
Public.
Publix,
Publix.
the Kroger's,
The Kroger's.
the TikTok.
Oh.
Okay.
They also have popcorn.
Stop it. Oh, I want the popcorn.
I want popcorn. It's probably less calories too.
I'm
Hey,
getting
dog.
That's delicious.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Delicious.
Yeah, you knew about this already? You tasted something. You had some before the show. Like, girl, give me some of them. Give me some of them bread.
Oh, yeah, they got a whole bag.
Yeah, give me some of them bread.
Pickle.
So good.
Hey,
This is so
Um,
good.
So good.
Yeah, that was
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
That's a 10.
It's a straight up
That's
10.
That's a 10.
That's
Yeah.
a 10.
I don't know if
Hey,
we did
dog.
about a 10 before.
Yeah.
No, we had
That's
no
a 10.
dog.
The Skittles.
We got
Oh
some.
yeah, the Skittles.
Oh,
was
the
busted.
Skittles drink.
Mm-hmm.
We got some of them.
Hey, dog.
I'm gonna give them a 10.
Hey, so do we get our own bag tonight?
Uh-oh.
There's enough. Okay, well, since I
Winners
since I-
all around.
Yeah. Take the garlic pump.
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah, that's
Hey, Chris.
I need a beverage.
Yeah, you got some
We
drinks.
thirsty now.
We can get some. We can get some.
Yeah, dog.
That was good.
That was busting.
straight up.
She know how to get food though. Not gonna lie.
Hold this up. Get your bag and hold it up to the cameras.
Get Pop Daddy.
Now email them and tell them why you got them.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
tell them
Before you go buy
that
'em.
we introduced it to you. But y'all,
Very good.
this is outstanding.
Tell them we need a code band with 10. All right.
Dog.
That was good. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, y'all don't have to hear the rest of the show. We can end it now and just
I'm screaming.
eat this.
Wow. The end we gonna eat.
I really like the name too.
No, see, that's the other thing. That's the only thing I got. The only issue. I'm not walking around saying Pop Daddy.
Yeah, that's
love
it.
that.
Because if I say that, then I can always say pause.
Pause, yeah.
Yeah, Pop Daddy, pause. Hey, go get Pop Daddy, pause. I ain't saying that. But dog,
Yeah, you can't. You just gotta
It's
say
lip
pop.
smacking,
Pop
finger
pretzels.
licking.
Just
All
take out
right.
dude,
the pop
dog,
pretzels.
I ain't gonna cap. I love the bag.
The bag is dope.
So
It's
cute.
masculine.
This
It's
is
very masculine.
Yeah, I love
Now I
this.
gotta know who the
When
Pop
this come
Daddy
out?
is.
Correct.
Is this new?
About last year.
Bray, you knew about this?
They were good though.
Some black people must have made this.
everybody
They're made
tried.
in Michigan, but they're hand seasoned.
Hand season.
That's why it's
And
so
small
That's why it's
batches.
good.
Yeah,
They
that's
made
why
a
it's so
big
seasoned
heart.
like that
It's
because
wonderful, especially that.
the
one.
This one
flavor
right
is
here, though.
10.
This bold flavor. They ain't lie about
This,
that.
yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
All
flavor
right.
is a 10.
Go
for
get
sure.
y'all some.
We got to.
Thank
We
you,
got to
OJ.
move on, but
All right.
all right.
Thank you, OJ.
Oh, no, I'm gonna recommend something else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she know,
yeah.
she
Hey,
know how to go food.
yeah, we may need to just kind of
She knows.
use her for that, because
That was
She
good.
did well with that.
all right, man. One more time for the Pop Daddy pause.
Pop Daddy pause.
All right, y'all. Shakira, highlight us with our current events, please.
As we know, President Trump has been on what could be described as a rampage of executive orders since he took office again. The courts have blocked or in the process of blocking many of the more destructive ones, which is the normal balance of powers provided by the other two branches of government, legislative and
I can't hear her. I don't know what she's saying.
Judicial and executive.
I'll speak up.
No, I got you. No, I'm gonna take one ear off so I can hear the room. Yeah, go for it.
But if history is a predictor of the future, he will try again to complete his mission. But should one man have all that power? The people say no. So according to a recent Pew Research Center study, 65% of U.S. adults say it would be too risky to give Trump more power to deal directly with many of the nation's problems, and 33% think that many of the country's problems could be dealt with more effectively if Trump didn't have to worry so much about Congress or the courts. So there's hope, a little bit, among U.S. adult voters, not thinking that he should have, more power than than the courts.
So is what he's doing? So what we're seeing him do, is it beyond what a president should be doing? It is. Okay, so if that's the case, then you shouldn't. Okay, you got to have. We have to have some boundaries there, because it doesn't matter how. Here's what I'm finding out. It doesn't matter how good you are and what your intentions are. Power can destroy you.
Yeah.
So I think there should be limitations. I don't trust his character enough to say, yeah, I don't trust it. And some of the things he's doing, I support some, right? But I don't trust his character enough to be like, yeah, let's keep going, do more. No, I don't know. Absolutely not. No. Dr. Gore, what you think?
So I think that right now we are in a constitutional crisis. That is what many historians, people who are familiar with the political process, it is written in our Constitution, checks and balances.
Yeah.
Every branch of government, whether it's judicial, legislative, executive, it's meant to check each other when you're out of line.
Sure.
The executive branch does not have the power of the purse. The legislative branch does. If the courts say, hey, you can't do this, then the executive branch can't move forward with something.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing is the executive branch moving forward with things that the courts are saying, absolutely not, you can't do that. And so right now we're literally in a constitutional crisis. And there was a reason that the founding fathers of the United States put things like that in the Constitution: no taxation without representation. So when we have things like this where the executive branch is just doing whatever you want to do, are the people really being represented?
Sure.
And that's what our country is built upon.
Sure.
So those are my thoughts.
Outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding. Shakira, thank you for that. I appreciate you, man. Dr. Courtney, continue with our Black political segment.
Hey y'all, so as you all know, it is Black History Month. I wore this shirt purposefully today, quoting the wonderful and amazing Rosa Parks when, Montgomery bus boycott. But no matter what's going on politically, y'all, whether people are removing Black History Month from calendars and other Black days that we observe in our country, of course, we were going to do it anyway. Black history is 365 days a year, and just understanding that no matter what happens politically, no matter what happens in our country, learning Black history and appreciating Black history and honoring our history, it starts at home. I think about Dr. Gabe always talks about the importance of a father. I remember my father sitting me down and us watching the History Channel together, and really him instilling the love of history in my life. I remember my great-grandmother sitting me down when I was a little girl, telling me about the story of the day that her grandmother was free from slavery. And these are the types of stories that have, pushed me to have a love for history, even in passing it down to my daughter. On MLK, my daughter did a one-woman show in our house of a presentation about Martin Luther King Jr. Like that. Those are the types of things that I always want to pass on to our, to the next generation, that I pray that everybody, really instills this no matter what's happening politically. But I want to give just a little bit of history about Black History Month, and just understanding that, again, this stuff starts at home. But of course, Black History Month, it was really started by a man by the name of Dr. Carter G. Woodson. He's a man of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. He is the second man to graduate from Harvard University with a PhD, the first being W.E.B. Du Bois. Mm-hmm. And so, come on. He's phenomenal. But in 1926, he came up with, of course, Negro History Week. But it wasn't until the 1970s that Gerald Ford really instituted Black History Month. And Black History Month, of course, is this week. But I really want to preface that when Carter G. Woodson, when he first decided to come up with Black History Week, or at the time it was Negro History Week, he wanted it to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. That's why we celebrate in February. And then, of course, when we talk about other moments of Black history and national observances, of course, MLK Day was instituted in the Reagan administration in the 1980s, specifically 1983. And then Juneteenth was officially chosen or not chosen, was officially instituted as a national holiday under the Biden administration in 2021. But of course, just because they say we should celebrate it does not mean that it's not just like, oh, we should, because if they take that away, if they say that, hey, this is no longer something that we're doing, doesn't mean that we can't do it. But I really just want to say another reason why it's just so important for us to really take back, I won't say take back, but really take our history and really embrace it, is because of the historiography of it. And this is actually the method in which we study our history. A lot of times when you talk about Black history, if you look at it as a historian or whatever, they talk about, this number of Black people were on the boats, and these are the boats that crossed over, and the Amistad and all of that. But we don't talk about the actual lives of Black folks, their actual stories. When you talk about when you really study history, someone by the name of Dr. Dana Berry, she wrote a book in 2021, and it talks about the soul value, and really talking about their stories and understanding that our people weren't just numbers on a boat. They weren't just, souls that crossed over on this the transatlantic slave trade, but they were architects, they were thinkers, they were just musicians, they had, their souls had value.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the reasons that it's just so important for us to really take our history and own our history and teach our history and study our history, because if we don't, we'll give the narrative away to someone else. So y'all, let's really take this Black History Month, and just because something is happening politically does not mean that we should fold into that.
So if in fact something is taken away, hey, February is no longer Black History Month, what do you recommend to African American people?
I recommend that we have hubs of history, whether you have times where you gather at homes or gather at churches or gather at businesses and say, hey, once a month we're going to learn more about our history. And even here's something that's really important. I'm really glad you brought that up, Dr. Gabe, and really going as far as learning your own history. Do you know that there are families that have land that was stolen from them, that you can go back and get it? You can get your land back. There's a way for you. There are actually historians that are really digging through records. Y'all, people's land was taken, and you might have inheritance that's just sitting from the 1800s after Reconstruction. Of course, we know after Reconstruction in during the Reconstruction in the 1870s, there was this resurgence of Black power. There was, people that were in Congress, and you had your first Black congressman, and, all of these different things. But then there was a backlash, as we saw, President Obama, there was Donald Trump. He was the backlash to President Obama. After Reconstruction, there was Jim Crow. And so there was the Ku Klux Klan. They arose and they took people's land. And so I would say that it's important for us to have small hubs of us to really just come together and learn and grow.
Absolutely.
So good.
Dr. Courtney, thank you for your Black political segment. Let's go to commercial, y'all. Then we'll do his question. Hello, it's Dr. Gabriel Allen Powell, the host of Band with y'all. Join me and the band here every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. with my co-host, Crystal Clear Desiree North. We're on YouTube and Facebook, y'all. It's fun. It's informative. Yes, holler us with It's Questionable.
Welcome to It's Questionable, where we tackle the topics that make you think twice. Elon Musk is making headlines again this week, and not necessarily in a good way. Let's break it down. Number one, he wants access to an IRS system that holds financial records for every taxpayer, business, and nonprofit in the country. Why? No one really knows, but the idea of Elon Musk having access to our tax records, that's questionable. The IRS is laying off up to 15,000 employees in the middle of tax season because of Mr. Elon. Well, now for those of us who believe in timely refunds, we can probably kiss that goodbye. And the most interesting, his latest baby mama drama has people just now realizing that Musk has 13 kids with 4 women. And do you know who had time today? Plies. He stepped in. He stepped in with a simple yet effective question. Name a Black man with 13 kids from different women that America would trust running the federal government and this country. Now, that was a fair question. Musk has been facing a lot of backlash since stepping into his self-proclaimed role as the head of government efficiency, which, let's be honest, was probably made up in a group chat. So to the band, do we think that Elon Musk is morally fit for this role, or is this just another case of billionaire privilege running unchecked? Is this questionable? I didn't know that man had 13 children.
I
Me
did
either.
not know
I
that,
didn't know
y'all. That is a shocker to me. Wow.
13, 4 women.
One, three.
children.
Yeah.
That's
He
crazy.
beat Nick Cannon.
Yeah. How many kids?
How
did
many-
Ken-
how many does he have?
I think he on like 11.
Okay.
But he got
He
with
close.
one baby mama. So.
He's close. Yeah. What? 13 kids.
Well, I mean,
What's your question there?
is he morally?
Is he morally fit for his role?
For his role to do what?
Be over government efficiency?
Because he has 13 children.
And because he's just doing a lot of things that are uncalled for. We don't really know the reasoning behind it. He's just doing stuff. And a lot of employees from the CDC got laid off. They lost their jobs because he's trying to do cutbacks on, government funding.
1,300 people who were there less than 2 years, right after a pandemic.
Yeah. And a man on the news, he was basically saying he built his whole career around working for the CDC. He finally got the opportunity, and now this came, and he doesn't know what to do anymore. So, a lot of lives were affected by it, and he's just chilling in the office with his feet up and his son digging his nose, telling
Yeah,
the
that was
president to
crazy.
shush his mouth.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Okay. So, I would say morally, because do you know where I'm going this maybe? Okay. It's kind of difficult because if I'm looking at morals versus actual skill, competence.
Yeah, nobody should be in that really
Nobody
position.
should be. And I don't want to compare now. I do not want to. Let me preface by saying I am not comparing Elon Musk to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Okay. Nobody is comparing him. But what I am saying is when you compare the FBI recordings, private recordings of Malcolm Little, also known as Malcolm X, to Dr. Martin Luther King.
That's right.
Malcolm X was a saint.
That's right. Absolutely.
There are hours and hours of
Absolutely.
recordings of Martin Luther King having many sexual encounters with women. He was, but he was who he was.
Yeah.
He was a powerful man. He was an amazing man. And again, I'm not comparing the two, but he had so much of an impact with the civil rights movement and everything he did to move legislation along, Voting Rights Act, Civil Rights Act of 1964. So, what do you think, Dr. Gabe?
I think the morality conversation shouldn't be had in this situation. Or no, the 13 children.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put that aside.
Okay.
Because if we include that, then some of your greatest, most anointed preachers, principals, CEOs, on and on and on, should not be doing anything that they're doing. All right. So that's that. My question is, what is Elon Musk? What is he finding? What is he discovering? He's discovering a lot of misappropriation of funds. Millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Okay. I don't know these people from a can of paint, but let's put Trump aside. Let's put Elon aside. And let's just put on the table, if two people who you did not know walked in and said, hey, we've discovered that many of your CEOs, many of the people who are in power have been, pay attention, pocketing millions of dollars from their corruption, overcharging, consumers, on and on and on. Then, money laundering, taking gas stations and saying on paper that it costs $18 million to build, and we all know it doesn't take that much to build a gas station. If it was not Trump, if it was not Elon, what would you say about that? You would say, oh, these people need to be, need to be fired, and these people need to be this, and so it is unfortunate that people are losing jobs, etc. But let me be very clear. While people had jobs, someone was overworking you and making millions of dollars off of lies, stealing, etc. When you are an entrepreneur, when you understand business, you have to go down before you can go up. Yeah. I'll give you a perfect example. White boy owns everything.
Zuckerberg?
No. YouTube. What's his name? No. The rich guy, billionaire. Yeah, I talk about him all the time.
Cardone.
Grant Cardone. Grant did the same thing that Trump is doing or Elon is doing. Before the pandemic, once everybody found out the pandemic was happening, Grant fired several hundred employees because if he didn't, he was going to lose the entire company. Okay? Once the pandemic was over, he rehired them and then gave them, what did he give them?
The package, or it was.
What was you about to say?
Was it back pay?
He gave them back pay. Okay? So when they were rehired, they were like,
Happy, yeah.
hip hip hooray, right? So I think I want to be very careful when I say this. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with Trump, Elon. Y'all, I don't care about them. But I will say I understand some of the things that they are doing because I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm a CEO of a ministry that is / a business. I'm going to be very honest because this is a black man that did not vote for Trump. I don't have any stake in it. I don't get any benefit from saying what I'm saying. As a pastor, you pay people. You pay musicians, you pay staff, A, B, C, and D. If you want to, I'll say this. The average pastor is going to say, if you want to survive a tough season, cut a little so you won't lose a lot. Cut a little so you won't lose a lot. I'm going to be very honest with you. If you are unwilling to cut, you're going to lose it all. And typically, y'all, when we say cut as business people, we're not talking about cutting little stupid subscriptions. We're talking about cutting people. People. What you're seeing right before your eyes, you're seeing a businessman, two businessmen say, if we're going to sustain America, get it back to being the greatest country on the planet, we're cutting. Now, what's going to happen after this? If I'm right, after this, you may see America thrive again economically. But it's impossible to thrive before you cut. In the scripture, we call it pruning. You cut a little bit to preserve the plant.
Jesus.
That's good. Wow.
Okay, let me remind you, somebody for the last 50 years, they've been making millions upon millions upon millions of dollars off of our backs, and they didn't give us any of it. So I'm saying, I'm just watching it. I don't like the feeling, but I would be a hypocrite if I didn't say, but I get your business approach to it. Now, if you don't own nothing, you're going to always think from the bottom of the mountain. Why are they doing rah? Grant, they hated him for 2 years because he fired everybody. Social media killed him. I mean, killed him until he hired everybody back and then gave them back pay. But if he did not fire those people, the entire company would have shut down.
Yeah.
For me, I'm trying to step back and be more objective. Because I'm trying to get someone needs to put in the comments, explain all these multimillionaires stealing from companies while you're giving people $17, $18, $14 an hour. You got to find the crook, find the discrepancy, deal with the crook. If you're going to fix the entire problem, you may have to eliminate the results of the crook and then reestablish the business. So it's not Elon that you should be mad at. You should be mad at the people who hired you under corruption, because at some point when it's found out, corruption will affect everybody. This is a businessman talking. I do business on a regular basis, and it is very difficult because if you do business the wrong way, it's not just going to affect me, it's going to affect everybody connected to me. And that's what you're seeing, y'all. You're seeing corruption affect innocent lives. And the person who finds it seems like the bad person.
Yeah. Wow.
That's all. Now, if you show me, now hear me, this was my logic. You know, I'm not saying Elon would steal. I'm not saying that Elon would steal or wouldn't steal. I'm not saying that, what's our president's name? President Donald Trump. I'm not saying he would steal. I'm not saying he wouldn't. I am saying that these are two people who don't need to steal money.
Yeah, that's good.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, so put Elon there. Anybody that brings their son. And here's another thing too. This is my logic. All the stuff that the kid said, right? You got to stop being so emotional. If you want to know what's going on in the house, ask the child. What Elon's kid said, he didn't make that up. He got that from whoever. So he probably heard Elon say that became the president. I am. So y'all, a lot of times you think people are in relationship. It's all you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. A lot of people don't support certain things, but it's a business move. So a lot of times you create things in your mind. And so all I'm saying is I think that black people, I get it, but we got to stop being emotional and start looking at things objectively. Now I could be straight wrong. I hope, yeah, go for it, Doc.
I was going to say too, one of the things I heard this week as well is that there are legislators here in the state of Georgia who want to do a Georgia Doge.
Yeah.
So the same thing that's happening federally, they want to make
I'm telling you,
Wow.
Chris,
Wow.
when this is over, you're going to see a lot of people that we have admired, they were crooks.
I believe that.
I wouldn't be mad. I would be afraid. I wouldn't be mad at Elon and Trump. I would be afraid at everything that's about to. I would be afraid because Democrats, Republicans, ain't nobody innocent. And how long, Dr. Court, will you walk by a pile of millions of dollars before you take a little bit?
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Okay? If there was a room that had millions of dollars and the door was open, how long would you pass by it before you slipped in and took you some?
That's good.
That's a good question. How long would it take? Some people will take them years.
Yeah.
Average person will take them a couple minutes.
Wow.
So that's just my take, Des.
Yeah.
What you think?
I do agree, and I love what Dr. Court just mentioned about them establishing something in Georgia, because what just happened recently was that the mayor of South Fulton.
Did you see that?
Listen, he is under fire right now. They pulled all of his financial statements, and he took trips to Kenya. He went.
Oh
to
yeah,
Ghana.
yeah.
Him a vehicle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, a pool table.
Yeah. He said, y'all attacking a black man. And he said, we attacking a black man. The lady said, what? We just trying to figure why your black.
Yeah. Wait,
What was it? What you were doing in Africa for so long?
Yeah, that clip right there.
That was tough.
He said
y'all
that the
blaming
people
the
who
black
are
man.
attacking him, they're running for office. So that is his blame. But I think that they're cracking down on everybody who is misusing funds,
Absolutely.
taxpayer dollars.
Kenya. He didn't went to Kenya.
I'm talking
He was
about.
having the time
He
of his
didn't enjoy
life.
it.
Yeah, y'all check out
Tens
it.
of thousands of dollars.
Lots.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, he said it was for economic development.
BS.
I want to see what they was doing in Kenya.
Right now,
Bring
mind
it
you.
back.
Right now, mind you, people do like. I'm not gonna call different chambers names.
For how long?
Well,
For how long?
okay, so it is known that different business organizations, such as like different chambers,
Yep.
like Metro Atlanta Chamber,
Yep.
they take economic
How
development.
for
trips.
how long?
They're probably there for a week.
Okay. How long was brother over there with Kenya?
And how many trips?
How long was he over there with Kenya?
He was there for a while.
Almost a month, right?
With Kenya.
All right.
Nobody does that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody does that.
Okay. Kenya.
Misusing funds.
Yeah.
Kenya.
And what's bad is like their political pundits. Like y'all go watch the Georgia Gang. It's a great political show that talks about things that are actually happening here in the state of Georgia. But they talked about it on the latest episode.
Yeah.
And our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they mocked it. They talked about, oh yeah, he said he wants to turn it into Wakanda. You know,
Oh,
he
my
wants to turn
God.
South Fulton into Wakanda. And these are the types of conversations that they
I'm
have
so
on air,
sorry.
because when we act like this,
You see?
when we act
You
like
see?
this, they're like
Yeah.
Wakanda.
You see? You see?
Oh my goodness.
gosh.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
I have more on that, but I'm say that for after the show. Sorry, y'all.
All right, man.
All right.
All right. Des, I appreciate you, man. But y'all, I mean, look, before we move on real quick, I'm sorry. I know I kind of come off a certain way, y'all. I'm not coming off as a supporter.
Yeah.
I'm coming off as a thinker.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking. I
Yeah.
just can't get behind the people that's saying, you know, let's protest. No, hold on. Hold on. Because you made $12 an hour. Maybe what we need to see, what we're seeing, needs to happen before it gets better.
Yeah.
What's the saying? It gets worse before it gets better. I think some of this may be happening. So I'm not a supporter of people.
Yeah.
But y'all, if people walking around here with mansions and we walking around, you know, come on, y'all. We have to fix the system. You can't say the system is broken, and then when someone tries to fix the system, you be like, no, take it back to being broken. No, you got to break it. When you talking about cleaning weapons, you clean the weapon. In order to clean the weapon, you have to take the weapon apart.
Absolutely.
You clean it, then you put it together again. Right now, it's being broken apart. This system. It's being torn apart. People are being affected by it. Remember, people are being affected. They are affected by it because of corruption, not because of certain decisions. Got to be very careful with that. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got anything? You know, Candy Cane, got something? My bad. All right, y'all. It's my turn.
Yes.
All right. 5 things you shouldn't say to yourself. What time is it? 9:42. 5 things you should never say about yourself. Number 1, you should never say, I'm not good enough.
Oh yeah.
You should never say that I am not good enough. When you say that you are not good enough, it creates and develops it fosters insecurity and self-doubt. Pay attention. Making you hesitant to take risk and pursue opportunities. Anytime you talk yourself out of doing something, you cannot grow. If the foundation of your life is about what you are not and why you can't do and someone else is better, you will never get to the place that you aspire to be. I'm not good enough will always anchor you. So it kind of, sometimes you got to be very careful. You can want to get somewhere in life, but be anchoring yourself because of self-talk. So it's working against itself. You want to get somewhere, but you keep saying that you are not something. You have to reverse that, because if you keep saying that you are not good enough, you're going to talk yourself out of the things that it takes to be where you want to be. Number 2, pay attention to this. Never say, I'll never succeed.
Wow.
I'll never succeed. Hear this. It dilutes hope and it will prevent action. I'll never succeed dilutes hope and it prevents action. Pay attention to this. I'll never succeed is a prophetic word.
Wow. Wow. That's good.
I'll never succeed. Scripture says, so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When you say, I'll never succeed, can I be honest with you? I said that a lot in my person because I was so discouraged and I was so disappointed and I lived in comparison. And I'm going to be honest with you. I had to repent before I started to pursue, because I'll never succeed is a prophetic declaration over your life. What does that mean? If you believe in prophecy, that means you believe in the fulfillment of prophecy. I'll never succeed is a prophetic word that will come to pass. You will never succeed. Many of you are not succeeding because it's not because you're not talented, not because you're not smart, not because you're not good enough. It's because you have a prophetic word over your life that you said to yourself, that you spoke over yourself, that said, I'll never succeed. Yeah. Number 3, don't ever say, I do not deserve to be happy. Here's why. Happiness is not external. That's right. No person, no thing can make you happy. You do deserve to be happy, but happiness takes action. Whose action? Yours. That's so good. If you're not happy, pay attention to me. If you're not happy, it is because you have a false expectation of external conditions and people. Happiness comes from within. You do deserve to be happy, but happiness takes work. You have to put in the work to be happy. No person can make you happy. You have to first be happy with yourself. Jesus. Number 4, don't ever say this. I always mess things up. Write this down in your notes. Mistakes are temporary. Do not say I always mess things up, because you create a reality. Always understand you have to perceive, pay attention, you have to perceive and embrace your humanity. When you fail, when you fall, when you mess up, when you make mistakes, it is a part of humanity. If you cannot hear this, if you don't embrace humanity, you won't perceive mistakes properly. So what I mean by that is this. If you walk around, this is one of the biggest anchors that people have. If you walk around not making decisions or scared to pursue because you're referencing all the mistakes you've made, you will never grow. It creates a reality. You have to, this is how you look at mistakes. I hear this. I have the right to make mistakes because I am a human, and my mistakes, they do not define me. They refine me. Why? Because when I look at a mistake, I learn from that mistake versus allowing a mistake to anchor me. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I live out of shoulda, coulda, woulda, I'll never do. Yes, you made mistakes. Yes, you should have listened. Yes, you could have done that better. If I do not make mistakes, I'll never hear me. Where do you think wisdom comes from? Where do you think the ability to know what is right and what's wrong and what's better? Where do you think that comes from? That comes from a measure of our own experiences that will teach us how to make better decisions in the future. For example, Pastor Chris has reached a particular age. Well, she didn't get to that particular age and know what she knows now if she did not make mistakes. The older you get, the wiser you should become, because, hear this, not just by learning from others, but by learning from the things you've done wrong. Does it make sense? All right. Number 5, don't ever say this. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about me. Let me tell you the root of nobody cares about you. The root of that is rejection. The root of that is rejection. Nobody cares about me. First of all, it is a false reality. It's a reality that you've created in your mind. People do care about you. But when you hear this, when you live out of rejection, maybe you have created a false expectation from people. Sometimes when you think nobody cares about you, that's coming from a place of expecting people to do more than what they have the capacity to do. We have in the African American community, we have a powerful black movie by the name of Love and Basketball. And in one of the scenes, he said to the girlfriend, he said, the sun doesn't rise and set on yo. I think that's the most powerful part of the movie, in my opinion. Here's why. Because when you are rejected, you think that everything and everybody's life should revolve around yours. Yeah. Creating, hear this, a false expectation from people. People do care about you. They just can't call you every day. People do care about you, but they don't have enough. Hear me. What if people didn't have enough money to celebrate you this birthday? So you have to deal with rejection so that you will not create a reality that is not really a reality. Hear this. You are created in the image of God. God sends beautiful, powerful people that we need that will help us grow and develop. Sometimes you have to perceive that people care about you, but you cannot perceive or see properly until you are healed. Welcome to Band with y'all. I'm cute though. Y'all know I ain't lying. Yes, sir. Y'all, welcome to Band with y'all. It's about to be phenomenal. It's about to go down, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. All right, y'all. Anything to add to it? Chris, you got something else? No. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
We wish you many more. Yeah. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Let's sing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Boom. We'll see y'all Monday.